Inadvertently, I'll add to the not nice for our last caller. Tampa's playing right now. Isak Prade's just hit another home run. So that one's for Rieger.
I'm efforting to put that one in.
No, you're not, because we are efforting to talk about something different. So let's do this, okay? Let's check in on Scott.
I'm actually sitting in the world headquarters right now.
Good for you. So listen, I have a question. Allegedly, the Detroit Pistons hired their new president of basketball. Except there's been no press release, no press conference, no weird Zoom meeting with Tom Gores and his holiday decorations. And once again, it's May 30th, and Troy Weaver still draws a paycheck. I understand per David that Trajan Langdon has changed his social media.
Yes, this is president of B-ball ops at Detroit Pistons.
You're sure that that's Trajan Langdon? That's not some like burner account.
No, this is him.
Okay. So here's my question. Look, when or if or how they announce this officially. My question is, if let me rephrase this. Is the only way for us to truly trust Trajan Langdon, isn't it he has to fire both Troy Weaver and Monty Williams? He has to walk in Ari Gold, paintball gun, yelling Barb, and just firing people left and right. That if Troy Weaver survived, or if Weaver was reassigned, or if Weaver's gone but Monty stays, Monty looked like a man who did not want to be here last year.
So they get to Dwayne Casey, just get removed somewhere.
I'd worry about that. See, what I think the 5 Flint Tropic fans that are left in this town, I think they just want to see someone come in and we can trust they're not an Arn bot. They're not limited.
Think for themselves.
And they have a vision, and they are coming in to F stuff up. And it's going to start with we're rooting out the cancer. This organization is awful top down. Therefore, you're all out of a job. See, if he doesn't do that, right, wrong, or otherwise, I'm being honest with my listeners, I'm not going to be able to buy into him. Is that unfair?
No, it's not
unfair. Or
unfair.
am I speaking for the people?
No, it's not unfair. I think you are. For those Piston fans who are still out there who want to see a winner, that says, okay, we're going to do things differently, because if you bring back either one of those guys, or heaven forbid both, what changed?
Impossible.
What changed? What's different this year than last year? Except for now there's a new person collecting a check. That's it. So, yes, if you want to gain credibility, you want to get the street cred from the people, you have to come in here and you have to get rid of both.
So what do you make about them not announcing this?
I'm wondering, I think this may be a good thing, and this is just purely my own speculation,
Yeah,
Mike.
no, I asked your opinion.
No.
You're not on the record here.
Well, people take the – I'm thinking maybe they're working on some buyouts. They're working on some numbers for the 2 people we're hoping they get rid of. Let's come up with a number so we just have one big press conference. We're moving in a totally different direction. So rather than we're bringing in Trajan Langdon and then the next day, okay, we fired this – let's not make Trajan the bad guy. Let's just do this all at once, and it looks like we're just turning the page.
Can I offer you the other thing I would need? And again, whether it's fair or unfair, right or wrong, I'm telling you how I feel. You know I've been on this Arn Tellem thing for years, and I have a major problem with it. Trajan Langdon, when he was a player, repped by Arn Tellem. If they go into this draft now, and they draft this Bazelis kid, you know who his agent is? Michael Tellem. See, this has got to stop. This is not how an organization is run. So my thing is, I can find a way to believe in Trajan Langdon as long as his ideas fly counterculture to how the Pistons have been doing business, where factually speaking, what have they brought in? 11 former or current family Tellem clients. It has to stop.
Yeah, because here's the sad reality. Even if this draft pick could be the best player for the Pistons, the optics look like, well, you just took another Tellem person. Instead of, well, no, actually, he's the best guy that's out there and available for us.
In a lot of ways, right? Like I don't want Miles Bridges here. Miles Bridges is human garbage.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we know the reasons why. And then he violated the protective order, so you really lost me. But if Trajan Langdon was willing to get up to a podium and defend his decision to sign or trade for and acquire a guy like Miles Bridges, while I don't want the player here, I would respect and I would be able to say he's his own man.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to get up there. He's going to take the criticism. He's going to take the PR nightmare.
Knowing.
But at least I could respect him. See, Rico, I'm just very nervous. Everything with the Pistons is like shrouded in mystery. Remember when Troy wrote a love letter to fans last summer?
Oh, yeah, I do remember.
Who does that? Then he disappeared, and the next time we saw him, he was threatening to kick some fan's ass.
Yeah, or was it Gores that snuck in during the Christmas holiday and had the secret meeting with select media members?
Cue up the Tim Robinson gif. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Like, really? Did he? Did he?
Because it was funny. Because
Are you sure about that?
Because it was somebody who was like, "Hey, man, I want to let you know that he was in town." I was like, "Okay, yeah." I was like, "You like sure he was?" Because we would have heard about it, but then we were like, "Wait, he actually was in town."
Yeah, he came to town to talk to Monty about the rotations and aced out in the middle of the night like the Baltimore Colts. I have a problem with
Didn't even make it to the game that night.
Oh, he was in a bunker suite. How dare you? The point is, I want to know what you would need from Trajan Langdon if and when he's ever officially announced as the Pistons' president of basketball operations. What would you need to fully buy in? What would he have to do for you to go, okay, I hate what this franchise has done to me. And Lord knows I still don't like the way they're run, but I'm going to give this guy a real chance. For me, it is a really big push broom with Troy and Monty's head tumbling into the garbage. He's got to walk in and just start over.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no bigger power move in my world than calling Tom Gores and going, hey, Slick, I need $76 million. Click. Why? I just fired your coach.
Yeah.
Like, I want to know that the guy coming in is doing it on his terms.
And you don't want to see it, well, give me a year, because what can you see in a year that you don't see right now?
No, and I'm sensitive to it because that's what the Tigers put us through with Scott Harris.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's assessing what he has. And I'm like, that's not how any of this works.
Right.
Every GM, every president of baseball ops, do you understand the data that exists in MLB? Do you understand you have a read on every player and a grade given to every player on every team in every division? I don't want to hear that.
Right.
We're sensitive to waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Trajan's got to hit the ground running and have a bold offseason. And it would start with none of these guys are here.
Right.
So I just wonder, what would it take for the people? 248-539-9797. And if you think I am being unfair, tell me why. Because if I'm Trajan Langdon and I'm working underneath David Griffin in New Orleans, and I understand there's only so many GM jobs, there's only so many president jobs, I'm not taking over as the head lifeboat engineer on the Titanic unless I know I have the ability to fix it.
Brother, you're already at rock bottom, so there is no apple cart to upset. Okay? You won 14 games. So there's no like, well, they were building nothing. There was nothing there. Just treat it like some little kids' Lego and just knock them all off the table.
That would be the other thing. Let's say you're not as hung up on Monty and Troy as I am. It would have to be a major trade. It would just have to be something seismic that changes how we feel about this organization. It changes our belief structure and what they're putting around Cade. Like, in many ways, the Scott Harris thing and the Trajan thing are the same. I want to see these gentlemen declare who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Show me a move that we get to grade.
Right.
No more hiding in the shadows. No more endless timelines like Trajan. That's the importance of getting at that podium.
Yeah.
I really look in NBA circles. You talk to people, cover the league. I talk to people. Dude, the Pistons are viewed as the Flint Tropics. They are viewed as an absolute clown car. They are. You have a messaging problem. You have an optics problem. I think it's vital that Trajan Langdon get up there, and unlike the last guy, speak in complete sentences, share a vision, speak with passion,
confidence,
and confidence. and show me, all right.
And you have a plan. This is what we're going to do. And it's okay, because here's the thing. Not all plans work out. And it's okay if you look bad, but at least you come in there and you're prepared. I think that it'll take this amount of time. Give me this time and we can do it. You come in there and you're doing like Scott Harris. Hey, whenever
You want it?
oh, go for it.
I'm actually sitting in the world headquarters right now.
Great. Are you wearing a toga too? Who cares?
Trajan, I'm actually Tom Gorge's
I'm
pool
actually
right
sitting
now.
poolside with Tommy G at the estate. Nobody asked.
Looking good, Tommy. Feeling good, Trajan.